Hey, Trump actually might be a good thing for us black people. And I'm about to give you 6 reasons why. Let's go. My name is Ambassador Tim Ford Jr. of the African Union AUCS, and I moved over to the East Africa, Tanzania from America 5 years ago. And I help my people invest, rebuild, and return over here to the continent of Africa. But today, I want to talk to you guys about why I think Trump is a good thing for us black people. So I'm gonna get right to the point and let you know. Number one, he's actually making us stick together as a people. He's causing us to see that we have to stick together. We must come together. We must actually form and lock arms with each other and actually work together so that we can build for ourselves. Nobody's gonna do it for us, and that's okay. Like, we have to stop expecting handouts and expecting governments to actually do things for us. We can actually build things on our own as a people, as even as an individual. You can build something for yourself. You don't need the government to give you anything. So he's forcing us to look within our communities, look within our brothers and sisters, and see how we can work together and actually build something and become self-sustainable with a community of our people. Because his rhetoric that he used in order to campaign, in order to build his brand the way that he did, he actually appealed to a lot of the low level things within people, particularly Europeans who feel empowered and feel like they can actually do something against us as a people now. So, with this rhetoric in mind, a lot of people have been feeling emboldened, and a lot of people have been acting crazier and feeling like, they back in the time in the good old boys days and they can move in that way. So in order for us to protect ourselves, in order for us to understand the times, in order for us to not get caught up in those communities and those toxic low level environments where we have to fight for our lives, and it's okay if we have to, but we would prefer not to be in those type of situations. So because those people brought their heads up, because that spirit has been revved up in America, it caused us as a people to look within and say, you know what, we need to come together. We need to put our differences aside. We need to try to build, because we have one common enemy who literally made it be known that they're our enemy. They don't want us. They keep saying it, they keep showing it, and they keep acting in that manner. So we have to move accordingly to what they keep saying to us. So it's making us come together, and it's not a bad thing. So we have to make sure that we lock arms and do the work that needs to be done so that we can take advantage of these times now that we are actually together. And another thing Trump is causing us to do is wake up. We are starting to see that no one is coming to save us. Nobody's coming to pick us up. Nobody's coming to take our hand and really give us an opportunity. We have to go take our opportunities. We have to build our own opportunities. They're not handing anything to us. Let it go. We will get reparations at some point. We got to keep fighting for it, though. We got to build something. We got to still work. We got to continue to actually develop something on our own. We don't need to sit and wait for reparations. I'm not against reparations, but I'm against sitting and waiting and begging for reparations for sure. I'm against saying, like, oh, give us our reparations so that we can build. No, I'm going to build, advocate for reparations, and when I get my reparations, put it to what I'm already building. Like, that's the mindset that I got about it. So, I'm not going to sit and beg for anything. I'm going to still work and still verbalize what we experience as a people, how we need to move as a people, and what needs to be done to rectify what has happened to us as a people. But yes, it's causing us to wake up and see the reality of the world and see that we are we really got. If we're going to get something, if we're going to get anything, the most important thing that we need to do is move as a people and work as a people and build as a people together. So us waking up is really, really a prime result of what we've been experiencing as a people, dealing with the presidency, now coming up on the second one of Donald Trump. And the third thing it's doing is making it crystal clear who's with us and against us. Like, we always have allies in history, and we also had enemies in history who was against the progression, who was against the work, who was against what we were building as a people and the progress that we were making and how we were actually coming up as a people. But now it's clear as day. It's unfortunate. It's some people within our community who have made themselves clearly our enemy towards progress, towards us coming together, towards us actually elevating as a people and coming to our wholeness and actually building together. We've learned that there's several enemies on the European side and also on the African side that's actually against us coming together in this presidency, this president that's in office, this man that's actually leading the United States of America. He's made it plain as day who is who and what you want to do. So now that we know who is who, now that we understand who not to trust, because I know there's some people when you started this thing, when his presidency started and when he started to build his brand and when he started to grow as a president or leading figure over in America, I know there were some friendships and relationships where people were like, I didn't even know you agreed and thought with this type of rhetoric. Now, I don't recommend, cutting people off because of their viewpoint or, just being mean to them because of, y'all have differences of opinion or political views. But the way that the presidency went, the way that his campaign went, it actually caused people to separate from each other because some of his ideas, some of the way that he thinks, some of the way that he do things was so outrageous. And for you to agree with that, some people were like, bro, I don't even want to associate with anybody that thinks that's cool. So it's made a clear line in the sand of where you going and who you with. So now we really, really know who we can trust, who we can't trust to a certain extent. There's still Judases among us at all times, unfortunately. There's always gonna be a Judas who's trying to get some money to be a snake, unfortunately. But for the most part, we know who is who and we know how to spot them out and move accordingly. So that's a good thing for us as a people. Remember that. Since we're here, gotta show y'all some of the products real quick. This natural body ready. Natural body. Yeah. Natural product. Natural product. Yeah. Natural product. Yes. Yeah. Come closer. Come. Busy beachy. Another thing it's doing is pushing us into our destiny of self-sufficiency. We are supposed to build for ourselves. We are supposed to formalize with our people. We are supposed to work with our tools amongst us as a people within our own communities and be self-sufficient. We're supposed to do that. That's not a bad thing. We're supposed to be with our people in the mud, working and building. So don't feel like that's a bad thing. We're supposed to go into self-sufficiency, man. He's forcing us to really see that we need to build our own. We don't need to keep depending on them. We don't need to keep waiting on them with a handout. We don't need to keep spinning the wheel saying we shall overcome. Nothing was wrong with that. My people, my elders who actually fought for us to overcome, who actually led us into the burning building that we were led into. No disrespect. I know y'all didn't understand, but y'all led us into a burning building that was on fire. And now we are trying to run out of this burning building full speed before it burnt to the ground. So we're not marching anymore. We're not asking to be a part of this. We're not begging to say, hey, take us, accept us, please, let us build with you, let us work with you. No, you got it. You got it. We'll go build our own. We're going to do our own thing. So y'all got it. Y'all keep that. We are seeing now that it's time for us to be self-sufficient. And I've learned actually in the past, when some of our people were actually marching to be integrated, there were a large percentage of our people that was really, really against us being integrated. They didn't even want that to happen. There was a group of self-sufficient communities all over America where our people were thriving. They had their own bus stations. They had their own restaurants. They had their own everything. So they were actually mad that these people actually were like, why are you begging to be with them? We building our own. We good. That was good with it. But, the U.S. government had its own agenda and they wanted something put in place that they could actually do that could actually help them make some money. So, that's a long story. That's another story for another day. But yeah, we learned what integration actually did to us as a people, and it didn't do nothing really but hold us back for a little bit. But we moving forward and we doing what we need to do and we progressing. All right, we ain't gonna cry over spilled milk. We just gonna keep going and do what we gotta do, okay? And the last and final point is this. There was a biblical prophecy in the book of Isaiah that said, everyone will go back to his homeland. And I'm gonna read this scripture for you right now. Isaiah 13 and 14. And it shall be as the chased roe, and as a sheep that no man taketh up. They shall every man turn to his own people, and flee every one into his own land. Everyone will go back to his homeland. So you have to understand that it is time. It's not a bad thing. This man is literally deporting people back to their homeland. I know people don't like that. I know some people feel like that's messed up. For some, it's messed up. I know you don't want to be thrown back into your home country, especially if you got warrants, especially if you're someone that got in trouble over there in your home country. To be thrown back over there, that's bad. To have a bad reputation and you thrown back to the wolves, now I would feel bad for you in that situation. But for someone that has a understanding, for someone that has a degree, for someone that understands the world, for someone that got an education, for someone that was in America and was able to learn and able to build and able to see, if you are sent back to your home country, that's an advantage to your home country. You can help your home country build. You can actually help your home country elevate to where it needs to be as a country because you have a particular skill set. Now, quote unquote, you went over to America and you got this specialized knowledge, and now you know how to do something at a high level. So you can come back home and you can actually teach your people that skill set over in your country. So being sent back to your country is one, biblical prophecy being fulfilled, and for two, it's actually a blessing because you will actually be able to go back home and take your tools and resources over back to your people and help them elevate. Now I know some people will hate to be thrown out the country. Some people are enjoying their lives. Some people are living it up, so you think. But if you see all the mess that's going on over in America and you see everything that's falling, if you see how everything is going, if you see the writing on the wall, wouldn't it be great for you to get out of this situation in order to stay safe, in order to preserve your life, in order to actually continue to prosper within this world? Now, I know it's difficult coming back to the motherland. I know the challenges that you face, but it's much better to come over here and face these type of challenges than stay over there and continue to fight a losing battle. Now get your soul right, get your mind right, get your head right so you can understand what time it is and how we can actually take advantage of these opportunities as a people right now. And Trump is actually helping us wake up, helping us see the truth, helping us come together as a people, helping us actually step into our destinies and move how we need to move and take advantage of the opportunities that we have right now. Don't sleep during these times. Don't get caught lacking. Don't get caught lacking. You see that they're mobilizing. You see that they're moving in a strategic way. You see that they're loud, proud, and bold of so-called trying to make America great again and take it back to the good old days. And in those good old days, where were we as a people? What did they have us doing? What was our life like during that time? So as we are going during this time, as we are understanding what we're building right now, as we are understanding what this president have in mind, his goals, his vision for their country, we have to make sure we move accordingly and understand that this is a blessing in disguise for us as a people. So take advantage of the opportunity, take advantage of the times, get connected with your people, and make sure that you do the right thing as you continue to move on this journey. If you're thinking about trying to come over to the continent of Africa or invest over here, man, I offer consultations for those who are interested and Swahili courses. So if you're interested in trying to figure out how to come over here, click the link in the description box and we got you. All right. Now, guys, thank you for the attention. Thank you for watching. We thank you for your time. I don't take it for granted that you stay tuned to the end. If you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button and let me know what you think about Trump actually helping us and being good for us as a people, man. It's actually something that's good. Like, we're going to be good. We don't need to be worried about the president anyway. We don't need to have our emotions tied up in that, man. See what's going on, move accordingly, and then continue to do what you need to do as a people. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think. Comment in the comment box below. And y'all stay focused out there and don't let these people take y'all shalom peace. Thank y'all. Be safe out there.